Drama is unfolding in the case involving the 6 aggrieved pastors of the Lighthouse Chapel International, LCI, days after their lawyer mounted a spirited defense against the alleged $12 million settlement demand on the church. In the latest twist to the circus, it is emerging that part of the said controversial amount is said to be used as legal fees for Kofi Bentil, vice president of Imani Ghana and lawyer for the 6 ex-pastors. Deep Throat sources insist that the Imani lawyer was hoping to reap millions from his clients, the 6 pastors, if they could get the $12 million they demanded from the church. It has also emerged that Mr. Bentil, although he now denies the $12 million demand, actually calculated this figure for his clients and personally communicated same it claimed. Mr. Bentil had in a statement on Friday flatly denied the supposed demand of the said amount by his clients. According to him, the figure is a figment of the imagination of the defendant, Lighthouse Chapel. Midjoy in an August 20, 2021 interview quoted Mr. Bentil as saying that the only claim his clients have made is for the reimbursement of all funds owed them by the church and nothing more unless otherwise decided by the court. We have categorically denied it in a statement that we put out. We have not made such a request of them, he emphasized. But some witnesses described as the eminent clergymen are said to have been present in the meeting where the said $12 million settlement request was made by the 6 pastors. The men of God are, Bishops Enyani Bodum of Jesus Generation Ministries, Taki Yarboy of Victory Bible Church and Gideon Ttiafi of Pleasant Places Church. According to Reverend Kwasi Dei of the LCIRT, Rev. Dr. Enyani Bodum personally delivered this message of the $12 million demand to the church leadership as part of the settlement discussion, and added that they also learned that Kofi Bentil was hoping to reap $1.57 million from this deal. It seems Bentil perceived the church as a multinational organization from which huge payments can be derived. It seems Bentil, the one who constantly calls people predatory elite, is the one here hunting for a big breakthrough in legal fees of $1.57 million for his personal gratification. It seems Bentil has misled these unfortunate pastors to their doom because his desires combined with their greed to make this outrageous, delusional, and illusory demand. According to Reverend Kwasi Dei of LCI, the $12 million was calculated and explained by Kofi Bentil to the 3 eminent clergymen in a meeting in which all 6 renegade pastors were present. The clergymen were dumbfounded by the demand and asked them whether they really wanted them to deliver such a message to the LCI. Bentil and plaintiffs were adamant and insisted that is their demand and did not budge. The 3 men of God left the meeting disappointed and dismayed. Contradictory denial in court by Kofi Bentil. It is to be recalled that on August 3, 2021, when the $12 million bombshell was dropped by DagHeward-Mills, counsel for LCI, Kofi Bentil spoke from 2 sides of his mouth. He first denied his clients ever demanded that amount and then added that even if they did, it does not matter. It is shocking and delusional for Kofi Bentil to even have a mind that a claim as frivolous as his clients can ever give rise to a liability of $12 million. Why can't Bentil tell the public what transpired? Kofi Bentil claims there were weeks of settlement talks but is unable to give details of the talks. The devil is indeed in the detail. He and his clients have only come out to deny the demand for $12 million but have not told the world what demands they made and what transpired during the weeks of settlement talks. Displaying the content of clients' reliefs on social media. Kofi Bentil and his clients have displayed the relief sought by his clients on social media and said there is no $12 million mentioned in the writs and that LCI cooked up that $12 million figure. LCI's response to that is that the church never said the $12 million figure is in their writs. The figure came up during settlement talks and popped up in court when the judge asked for feedback from the parties on settlement, since he had earlier recommended that the matter be settled. It is therefore a disingenuous, mischievous, and not too smart a campaign of misinformation for Kofi Bentil and his client to display the writs on social media and say see, look at, there is no $12 million in our writs. That is a very infantile attempt at misinformation and propaganda, knowing that the narrative is that the demand was made during settlement and not in their writs. A blackmail suit. The LCI has observed that the suit has all the characteristic of a blackmail suit. Kofi Bentil and his clients embarked on a mission to sue the church, bastardize the church on social media, browbeat the such into submission and extort outrageous sums of money from the church, knowing that the LCI has a policy of not engaging in media banters and would ordinarily not want to fight in court, much so with former pastors of the church. And true to their prediction, the LCI has been silent on the matter since last April when it came out. Now it is looking like Kofi Bentil and his clients have pushed the church to the limits and have compelled LCI to come out to speak. LCI's call to Kofi Bentil before writs were issued. The church says it is a blackmail suit because before the plaintiffs issued the writ, the church heard about the grievances of the plaintiffs and was told that Kofi Bentil is their lawyer. LCI therefore instructed their lawyer to speak to Kofi Bentil to know the grievances of the plaintiff. The lawyer for LCI called Kofi Bentil on March 15, 2021. During the conversation, the lawyer from LCI told Kofi Bentil to write formally to the church on all the grievances of his clients as is standard practice for lawyers in such matters, so that he presents it to the LCI, after which a meeting can be held, but Kofi Bentil said categorically that he will not write to LCI. Kofi Bentil rather issued threats that LCI needs to settle this matter, or else if it hits the media it will be electrifying. While the conversation was going on, Kofi Bentil told the LCI lawyer he is being distracted by some noise around him, so he would call back in 30 minutes. The LCI lawyer waited the whole day, but Kofi Bentil did not call. The following day, which was the 16th of March 2021, LCI instructed its lawyer to send Kofi Bentil a text to ask him to contact him, since LCI did not hear from him the day before. The lawyer sent the text, which was delivered to Kofi Bentil's phone on Tuesday, March 16, 2021. Our reporter has seen the text and it read as follows. Good morning, Mr. Bentil. I trust you are well. This is counsel for Lighthouse. We didn't finish talking yesterday. You said you were going to get back to me in 30 minutes, but I didn't hear from you. You can call anytime today when you are free. Thanks. Nice day. Kofi Bentil never got back to the LCI. The next the LCI heard from Kofi Bentil was the 6 writs issued by him on behalf of the 6 ex-pastors and served on LCI on April 23. It is to be noted that even though the writs were filed on Monday, April 19, 2021, it was not until Friday, April 23, 2021 that LCI was served with them. Before LCI received the writ, social media was already awash with defamatory publications in an article titled "Darkness in a Lighthouse," and the article made copious reference to the writs concerning LCI, even though LCI had not been served with them. The ex-pastors have continued with their vile campaign and disparaging assault on the church on social media, even though the matter is in court, all in the bid to hammer LCI into settlement talks and extort money from the church with intimidation and blackmail. Kofi Bentil and his clients were not interested in settlement talks from day one. Or else why will Kofi Bentil flatly refuse to follow standard legal practice in matters such this, to simply write to LCI as requested for talks to begin? Why did he refuse to call back the LCI lawyer? Why did he refuse to reply the text from the LCI lawyer to call him the following day to contact him? LCI states that the $12 million demand from the ex-pastors is factual. Kofi Bentil did that calculation and explained same to the 3 eminent men of God who tried to broker peace. This calculation included his legal fees of $1.57 million. The figure was so outrageous that the senior clergyman abandoned any hope to settling this matter amicably. Kofi Bentil has ill-advised the bunch of equally greedy and rebellious renegade ex-pastors to their doom and public disgrace. The 6 ex-pastors have sued the LCI for, among other things, the alleged non-payment of their SNIT contributions. The 6 pastors are Bishop Larry O'Donker, Bishop Oko Mensah, Reverend Edward Laree, Pastor Seth Duncan, Pastor Edema Manqua and Pastor Faith Makafwai Fiakaho. Source: The Ghanaian Publisher.